Hi, it's Frank the pilot. I flew for a major airline for over 30 years and served as a captain for over 21 years. Although I achieved command authority as a captain on the Cessna 402 propeller airplane and Midnight Express, it was the Boeing 727 jet aircraft, my first jet airplane, that I obtained command authority as a captain at FedEx in 1997. What are captain's responsibilities? As a passenger, you may be nervous or afraid of flying. You may struggle with feeling comfortable about putting your life in someone else's hands. I want to ease your fears and discuss airline pilot's responsibilities. The captain, by authority of the United States of America Federal Aviation Administration, is the person legally in charge of the aircraft and flight safety and operation. The federal government defines the responsibility and authority of the pilot captain as the pilot in command of the aircraft, who is directly responsible and is the final authority to the operation of that aircraft. The captain has the ultimate responsibility for the safety of all people, cargo, and the aircraft itself. He is responsible for everything. And even though various ground and flight crew personnel have their jobs to do, the captain is responsible for all of it. He's responsible that those jobs are done correctly. When the captain signs the flight plan release, the paperwork, he accepts responsibility for the pre-flight planning and the safe conduct of the flight between departure and destination. His signature indicates he's in compliance with the airport familiarization, special airports, area qualification, and the pilot route certification. The captain is responsible that the aircraft is loaded properly. The weight and balance of the aircraft. Is the aircraft capable for taking off and landing on the runway of intent? The captain is also responsible for compliance that all checklists is done. For in-flight security of the aircraft, cockpit, and people on board. He's responsible for monitoring the accuracy of radio communications, engine and system operations, and to detect and respond appropriately to malfunctions and emergencies. The captain must maintain adequate watch for traffic and situational awareness. If at any time the first officer screws up, the captain must physically take control of the aircraft. I have the aircraft. The captain is responsible to see that any discrepancy that may affect the airworthiness of that aircraft is reported to maintenance. You don't want to pass a bad jet off to another pilot peer. The captain must be familiar with the weather characteristics, navigation facilities, communication procedures, the type of terrain, obstruction, minimum safe altitudes, ATC procedures like SIDS and STARS and holding procedures and all types of instrument procedures. And be familiar with the physical layout of the airport, including the congested and obstructed areas. The captain has to ensure that the flight can be accomplished safely and in compliance with the federal aviation regulations and any company procedures and policies. Be safe and be legal. The captain displays flight deck leadership through the execution of his captain's authority. Therefore, my priority is that it's mandatory to operate each flight in a safe and legal manner. And my secondary goal is to operate each flight in a reliable and efficient manner. Notice, safety first. We all want to live. Therefore, if an in-flight emergency occurs, the captain is permitted to break any rule or regulation to the extent required to meet that emergency to ensure safe flight operation and the safety of all humans on board. However, you may have to justify your action to the feds, like Sully Sullenberg and the Miracle on the Hudson. The feds will question you. You will question yourself. Did I do the right thing? Or will I lose my job and my career will be over? Remember that emergency landing I had in Mobile? The company wanted copies of my logbook, and for 2 weeks nobody said anything. Those weeks after an emergency, the pilot is under lots of pressure and stress. Because the feds, the FAA, can always prosecute the pilot on this regulation. Quote, No pilot may operate an aircraft in a careless or reckless manner as to endanger the life or property of another." Unquote. This interpretation of careless and reckless is very subjective. We make our money above planet Earth, and it is serious business. The next time you fly in a plane, after landing, thank that captain for commanding the aircraft safely. That pilot captain has a lot of responsibility, and his goal is to get you safely from A to B. I am thankful and grateful I have completed a successful and rewarding airline pilot career with no major medical, no major legal, and no major emergency issues. And I am happy I can share these insights with you. Your safety is our responsibility. Stay tuned for Flight 1340, the perfect flight. Enjoy the day, if not the night.